Hello my darlings, I hope you're doing great. Very sorry for my outfit today, but it's hot and the lights are all over me and I just got too hot. I'm sorry, I cannot handle it. I just couldn't. So I'm in my AC/DC t-shirt. I hope that's fine. We're not doing anything too bougie today, so I hope you can handle me, right? Just listen to my voice. Anyways, hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel and to another video. So today I decided, since I'm getting some questions still, what I like, what I don't, and what I recommend, I decided to combine all my favorite Montale and Mancera fragrances into one video. So this is gonna be a sort of top 10 of Montale and Mancera's together. So if you're interested in that, let's go ahead and jump into it. But before we do, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell below, and of course follow me on Instagram. And before I begin rolling with my absolute favorites, I just want to quickly tell you that there are two fragrances that may become my favorites in the future, and they are both from Montale. And the first one is called Aqua Palma. And when I read the notes on their website, actually I think I saw it on their Instagram first, I was like, right up my alley. And I'm really hoping that it will be available in my country soon with good prices, because I usually find Montale and Mancera's with a very good price online here where I live. And of course everything will be linked below, and as always I will try to find the best price for you too. So yes, Aqua Palma is definitely the one that I really want to try, but I haven't yet, so cannot say anything. And the other one is even more exciting for me because it is called Fantastic Basilic. And I honestly adore the basil smell in fragrances and in real life. And I think the combination of those aromatic, beautiful notes with the whole rest that is in there, it's gonna make an impact on me. I hope so. I'm really hoping to test it as soon as possible and let you know what I think. But yes, these are the two releases, Fantastic Basilic being the newest from Montale, that I'm really excited for, and I really want to try it. It kind of made me excited about Montale again, you know? So yes, but also before I move into these, I just want to say that I really love Montale and Mancera. In general, I love them mostly because they are always long-lasting, always projecting. Both of the brands, which basically they are under the same umbrella, and Pear Montale produces fragrances for Montale and Mancera. So yeah, I just love the brands for their powerhouse fragrances. Also, it might seem that those fragrances are a little bit, you know, similar, so to speak, in a lot of cases, but there are certain nuances that will make you love one or the other. So I think it's still worth it, right? So I'm gonna start with, what do we have here? Maybe Mancera, why not? Here we have Velvet Vanilla, and this is, I think, the best tuberose fragrance that the brand offers. This is very bubblegummy, one of the most bubblegummy vanillas with tuberose that I have ever tried. It also has some fruity accords, it has some angelica, so it's slightly herbal, aromatic, but not too much, nothing, you know, too strong on that department, but very sweet. This sweetness though, it might cloy you in a very high heat, but on a daily basis, when it's just normal outside, so to speak, it's very wearable actually, and it is a massive compliment getter, super long lasting fragrance. I only have 60 ml, and as you can see in my case, I probably should always go for smaller amounts of fragrances, because let's be honest, I have way too many, but I blame YouTube solely. I have nothing to do with it. But yes, Velvet Vanilla is very nice. If you like tuberose, if you like sweet fragrances, this is gonna be gorgeous. What do we have next? Of course, another Mancera that I really do like, and I still haven't purchased for some reason. Maybe I feel like I just have too many from the same DNA, but I am definitely craving it. It is Roses Vanille. It is a beautiful fragrance, very comparable to Intense Cafe, quite comparable to Gentle Fluidity Gold as well. There is some fluff flying around. I'm very sorry about that. I think there's like a little fly and it got attracted to light, so I'm very sorry about that. It smells nice here though, just saying. But yeah, Roses Vanille. As I was saying, it's a very sugary, rosy, vanillic fragrance. What differs it from, let's say, Intense Cafe? First of all, there's no coffee there, although it smells slightly like it. Also, we have quite a bit of lemon zest in the beginning. We have some aquatic notes, and we have a lot of sugar. So it's very sweet, very sweet, but it has some airiness to it, while being extra strong and extra long lasting. Some people even say that it is more long lasting than Intense Cafe. So yes, I think there are slight differences, enough for you to have both if you really love the DNA, just like I do. I might get it in the future. I'm still debating, all right? But it's definitely in my top 10 since I love the DNA so much, and it is different from Intense Cafe, so I'm putting it here. It's a very good one. If I were to choose one or the other, not having any, maybe I will go with Roses Vanille instead of the original Intense Cafe, and I will tell you why in a second. But let me go through all Manceras. So the next Mancera that I have, actually, long story short, I did have Holidays for a while. I did have Mancera Holidays. I really liked it. However, for some reason, I wasn't wearing it enough, and I decided to switch it up to replace Mancera Holidays with the one that is absolutely favorite of mine, and I use it way more. I recently got it, so it's still full, but I use it almost every day, and that is Coco Venere. Beautiful fragrance, beautiful fragrance. It's definitely creamier, more into that suntan lotion vibe, whereas Holidays is more like pina colada. This one is more like suntan lotion with a lot of coconut and vanilla, which I really love. I love that vibe. There's nothing I can do, and there is not enough of fragrances like that in the world for me. I could have them all. So Coco Venere, of course, it's nothing extremely new or, you know, extraordinary. No, it's that, you know, your typical coconutty suntan lotion vanilla fragrance, but I really love it, especially that some, or actually most of those suntan lotion fragrances don't really last that well. This one is, it's here to stay with you all day, all night. Very nice projection and longevity, as they're all in this list. But yes, Coco Venere is definitely more of a favorite than Holidays was, so it definitely makes into my top 10 list. Gorgeous summer option. So that is that. And I think this is the last Mancera that I have here to show you. It is, of course, Instant Crush. And Instant Crush is completely different than all the others that I have from the brand. It's the most Middle Eastern. It is warm, it is ambery, it has some patchouli, but a very warm one, nothing earthy here. Very warm patchouli. It has some rose and saffron and some vanilla, if I'm not mistaken. So beautiful combination, slightly maybe from time to time similar to Baccarat Rouge, but I think there's so much more going on in here. It's way more Middle Eastern fragrance. You know, it's more of that rose oud combination than it is Baccarat Rouge, if I were to compare it in any way possible. It's closer to that. So yes, if you like Middle Eastern fragrances, but you want something very contemporary, I think Instant Crush is going to be great. Straight up unisex. Some people even say it leans more masculine. I do like it. It's still sweet enough for me to wear it any time of the day or night. I do wear it on a daily basis, so it's not like it's only for nights out. If I spray a little bit less than I do usually, it's good to go. So yes, Instant Crush, fantastic one. And the bottle is so nice. My favorite one from Mancera's. There are a lot of Manceras that I still want to try, but you know, since I have not, I cannot really attest to it, right? So yes, now we can move on to all my Montales, one of which I have only a sample of, but I think it's my third sample now, and it's really good. This is called Starry Nights, and it is also a unisex fragrance, but this one is so beautiful. Oh, it has some apple to it, like green apple. It is spicy, it is sweet, it has some lemony touches as well. Very, very nice. It does kind of smell like a sexy dude, sort of, but I still can wear it. It's like, it has that slight cologne-y touch, but not too much. It's just right in the middle that I am here for it. I can totally wear it in the summer or in the evenings when I want to be a little bit more androgynous. It's just so, so nice. So Starry Nights, I think, is the most unisex or masculine leaning out of my all favorites, but it's still so worth it. Beautiful composition, I must say. Actually, with Starry Nights, you do have to give it a little bit of time on the skin, and trust me, you will love it. The more it dries down, the more feminine it gets. It does have quite a bit of powdery notes in the dry down, and that's where the magic happens. I really love it. But I would say it's mainly citrusy with that apple and rose and amber, and then you get into those powdery notes, which are divine when you combine all of that together. So yeah, very, very nice fragrance. I really love it, really love it. Some people compare it to Creed Aventus. I don't know. No. Anyways, okay, now let's go into very feminine, very, very feminine. And this is the fragrance that I thought quite a few times, should I really keep it? Should I really keep it? But then as soon as I spray it, I'm like, oh my God, I love it. I love it. I cannot get rid of it ever. And that is Sweet Vanilla. And it has this gorgeous, gorgeous golden bottle. And this one is a powdery cake-like vanilla with apricot. And that apricot gives you the world here, because it's sour, it's fruity, and it's amazing. It's just amazing combined with that cakey vanilla. It kind of smells like a, you know, like a pudding tart cake with apricots on top. Slightly artificial, I'm not gonna lie, it's slightly artificial, but it's so yummy. Like, it's just so nice, so nice. There's nothing that I can say about it. It's just nice. There's also not much in here. Like, literally you smell those two notes, vanilla, powderiness, and apricot, but it's so worth it. It's just a vanilla, but for some reason it's actually unique. It's nothing like I have in my collection, nothing like I've smelled before. So yes, I think it's worth having, definitely worth having. So Sweet Vanilla, beautiful apricot-y pudding pie. That's how I would describe it. So if I want to be really gourmand, to the point of being artificial gourmand, I go with that. All right, next we have, since we are in the gourmands, Chocolate Greedy. This one is honestly incredible. I absolutely love this fragrance, even though at the very beginning I wasn't too sure about it. but it's the ultimate cocoa powder, dried fruit, like an orangey touch. Incredible, just incredible. It's so yummy. Beautiful, okay, it's beautiful. I love it to bits. Very long lasting, of course. Massive compliment. Geta, lovely, just lovely. If you love powdery cacao fragrances, you're gonna be in heaven. If you don't have it already, what are you doing? Lovely, lovely one. I do actually prefer it to very, very expensive cacao fragrances that people rave about. I still prefer chocolate greedy. So yeah. All right, what do we have next? Okay, this one I do recommend over the original version. And this is Intense Roses Musk. So this one is way more oily and intense comparing to Roses Musk. This one has also a little bit more sweetness. I would say it's slightly more ambery in my opinion, but it's to die for, nevertheless. And Roses Musk, the original, I love so much as well. But this one is just this little step up from it. So slightly more complex, slightly more sophisticated. Not much, because you have still the same DNA, but there's just a little bit more going on, all right? I love this one. It's lovely. Just be aware of the oils because this is a very oily fragrance. Actually, let me show you on my hand, and I'm just gonna spread it for you. Look at that. Very, very oily fragrance. So when you spray yourself on your chest, let's say, you can just smear it and be glowy. So 2-in-1. Lovely, lovely fragrance. If you love rose, you're gonna love it. Again, slightly similar to Roses Vanille, similar to Intense Cafe, but this one I would say it's right in the middle. Intense Cafe, it's more of a, you know, coffee, vanilla, very, very sweet, cappuccino scent, perfect for colder weather. Roses Vanille, I would say it's good enough for spring and summer. And this one, I would say, is just perfect all year round. Nothing too citrusy, nothing too heavy. So again, right in the middle. Very, very good fragrance. And it's been copied by many. So yeah. Whew, speaking of Intense Cafe, that's why I said I would maybe get Roses Vanille instead of Intense Cafe, just because I much prefer Ristretto version over the original Intense Cafe. This one is so good and heavy on coffee. It's insane. I think they also added some caramel to it. Absolutely gorgeous. The dry downs are pretty much the same, this one being a little bit more heavy, but this coffee here, guys, absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. I personally do like it more than Café Cabanel, which I also have, because it's so sweet and yummy. I'm being a little girl here and I just like sweet, all right? But the coffee here made it all magic. Intense Cafe was kind of lacking something for me. This one is everything I wanted. So yes, Ristretto Intense Cafe, fantastic, fantastic choice. If you want to get something from Montale, maybe your first Montale. I think Intense Cafe, the original, has been, you know, a cult favorite and a good introduction to niche in general. But now, if you have a choice, go with Ristretto if you don't have any of them. So yes, that's that. What do we have next? This one is my another baby. I love it, and it's not talked about enough, and that is Rose Elixir. And this is basically Miss Dior Cherie made super potent with even more amped up strawberry. Ah, it's so gorgeous, guys. So gorgeous. This is, on the other hand, the most feminine fragrance that I own from both brands. This one is very flirty, very spring-like. It's also perfect for weddings, perfect for first dates, for lunches with friends. It's sweet and beautiful and innocent, just perfect. But don't be fooled, the performance here is fantastic. And just so you know, this is actually one of my boyfriend's favorite fragrances that I own. He loves when I wear it. So there you have it. Rose Elixir is really fantastic. If you adore Miss Dior Cherie or Miss Dior, I think you'll be in heaven with this one. So yes, that's Rose Elixir. And I think we have the last one, and that is none other but Arabians Tonka. And that is the powerhouse of all powerhouses, guys. Super heavy fragrance. This one is oud, sugar, tonka, rose, saffron. It has very heavy saffron accord. So when it opens up, you get that typical to saffron, transparent, almost aquatic quality. Very hard to explain, but I hope you know what I mean. And you get so much sweetness out of here. You also get beautiful rose. Very sweet fragrance though, so you do have to like sweet. But if you like instant crush, you will surely like Arabians Tonka. They're both very Middle Eastern leaning and very heavy. This one is, I would say, less sweet and a little bit less dense. This one is way more sugary. So yeah, also has quite a heavy oud. I love it though. My beautiful Princess Arabians Tonka. Amazing fragrance. Another one that I want to talk about is something that I do not have full bottle of yet, and that is honey oud. And first of all, I adore honey as a note, and Montale made it so beautifully. You do have to like oud though, because it can lean quite heavy in that fragrance. But what I absolutely love about honey oud is that it really reminds me of Kayali Invite Only Amber. So most probably when I'm done with Kayali, I will get honey oud, or I'll just get honey oud no matter what happens. So yes, honey oud is absolutely amazing. Another one that is quite different, but I also really like. I usually, when I speak about it, compare it to Johnson's & Johnson's baby shampoo, because it really does smell like it, but in the best way possible. And that is Sweet Oriental Dream. And this is also honeyed almonds. And for some reason, the combination of it just smells like baby shampoo. A little bit, but it's lovely. It's also great to mix with other fragrances. I find Sweet Oriental Dream to be very nice as a mixing base. If you just want something slightly clean, slightly nutty and honeyed in your dry down, Sweet Oriental Dream will be perfect. And again, the lasting power is just impeccable. So yes, guys, these are all my favorite Montale and Mancera fragrances. Let me know in the comments which ones are your favorites, and see you in my next one. Thank you for watching. I love you. Bye.